For David Dixon, Amtrak's Lincoln service is the love train. The 28-year-old Joliet resident takes 2 trips a month to see his sweetheart in St. Louis, and he was happy to hear that the route will be speeding up from a maximum of 79 mph to 90 mph next year, and 110 mph in 2019. I think it will definitely help the travel times, and people will want to take Amtrak more often, if they arrive to where they need to go on time, Dixon said. But the Illinois Department of Transportation said that higher speeds will not be implemented until Amtrak installs a new federally mandated high-tech safety system, which possibly could have prevented a deadly Washington state crash last week. IDOT has invested nearly $2 billion in state and federal funds into a high-speed rail project on the route from Chicago to St. Louis over 7 years, and it is almost complete. IDOT Secretary Randy Blankenhorn said that with improvements to tracks, grade crossings, cars and engines, the current 5.5-hour trip from Chicago to St. Louis will be cut by almost an hour in 2 years, creating a better option to driving and helping the economies of towns along the way. It's not just for tourists, it's for business people, Blankenhorn said. They can get back and forth to Springfield, to St. Louis, wherever they need to be, and know they are going to have a comfortable experience. Blankenhorn said other Midwest rail corridors are going to look to Chicago to see how to do it. The higher speeds will not take effect until Amtrak and the private railroads that own most of the line finish testing and implementation of Positive Train Control, or PTC, a federally mandated system to prevent crashes, said Amtrak spokesman Mark Malieri. PTC might have prevented last week's deadly Amtrak train crash in Washington state, which may have been caused by the train going as much as 50 mph above a recommended speed limit. The official cause is yet to be determined by the National Transportation Safety Board. PTC uses GPS, radios, and computers to monitor a train's position and automatically slow or stop trains that are speeding or in danger of colliding or derailing. Amtrak CEO Richard Anderson said in a statement last Friday that installation of PTC will make the whole railroad network safer. It is imperative that the rail industry urgently work together to get PTC activated on the national network as soon as possible, and certainly by the December 2018 federal deadline, if not before. The PTC federal deadline for all railroads is December 2018, which Congress had extended from the original deadline of December 2015. Some railroads can qualify for an extension until 2020, Amtrak has not asked for an extension and does not plan to, Malieri said. Where we own the tracks and own the infrastructure, we put it in substantially by the original deadline, Malieri said. Where we don't own the tracks, we've had to equip the locomotives and the back office for PTC. Amtrak reallocated money within its budget for implementation, he said. IDOT spokesman Guy Tragel noted the Illinois route will continue to have some slow zones for curves and in populated areas.